you get addicted to drugs, you will sell your own soul to say hi. When you get addicted to drugs, you will sell your own soul to say hi. I don't do nothing. I won't even pick up a beer. They test the shoes. I'm clean. I don't do nothing. I won't even pick up a beer.
Statement made that you said you had purchased $2,000 worth of cocaine to prove you didn't have to sell your daughter to buy dope. That was whiskey talk or no?
Well, I mean, I mean.
Our house talk. Summer was 3 years old, and I guess Candace had, I think it was meth or something on the table, and she was high off her ass, and she left the room, and Summer got into it, and she called us, and she showed up at our door, and Summer was like, she was shaking and crying.
Oh my God.
And I was like, y'all need to take her to the hospital. And she was like, no, we would have got arrested. So there we are, holding a freaking 3-year-old crying because she's scared and high out of her mind.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, they never cared about their kids.
And CPS does nothing.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, when they did CPS checks, how the hell does she pass inspection?
Yeah.
Checks get yelled at if I have fucking dirt on my house.
He won when she was 19 and had 2 children with him. Both children, aged 2 years and 6 months respectively, were taken into care and adopted. The little boy, who was 2 at the time, was abused so badly that he was left with permanent damage. Years later, Candace Bly met and married Don Wells. They have 4 children together, 3 boys, and a little girl, Summer Moon Utah Wells. Candace Bly had her fair share of run-ins with the law and has numerous mugshots. She has issues with substance abuse as well. In 2020, just 8 months before Summer Wells went missing, Candace filed an order of protection against her husband, stating that she feared for herself, as well as for the children. She dropped the charges soon after that. On the 19th January 2022, 911 was called again for a domestic assault at the Wells property. This time the complainant was Grandma Candace, and Candace claimed she had been physically assaulted by Don when officers arrived. The following are some posts from Candace's social media account that I found odd.
On the side. That's fine.
I don't talk to you. Look, I like how automatically you make an account for something.
I do.
beautiful
Yes.
woman right here. Hey,
Look, there's
Dawn,
my
how are
baby.
you?
Hey,
Hey,
baby, what's up,
doing
Don?
good.
There's my hubby.
But the Lord says, pray for your enemies.
Oh.
I know.
Mm. In due time.
You have
In
to
due
trust
time.
God on this one.
In due time.
All right?
You've gone through so much.
Nobody
okay,
has
man.
seen.
I feel in my heart that somebody has came up here and took her, has lured her away from him. She got a piece of candy from Grandma, and she wanted to go back over and see her brothers. And I said, okay, and I walked her all the way over to the porch, and I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV. And I told the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back. And within 2 minutes I came back, and I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said, she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight. Nobody would ever treat her like that as long as I was around, ever.
For the money every day. Should give them a run.
Truth. Well, she's lying. And that's the thing. You don't know whether she lies right there. You made me look like a freaking criminal, dude. I'm trying to change your life. You're a fucking idiot. What I've done. I know what Christ says, and he says everybody has sinned. So tell me you haven't sinned.
I'm a sinner.
Tell me a fucking lie.
I'm a sinner. I agree with you.
Yeah, you are. You are a sinner.
Right?
Hold on a minute. Okay, hold on.
Hey, I'll let you go. I'll let you go. Yep. Okay. Bye bye.
And anyway,
All right.
forever. And I'll see her sooner or later.
It's not about you. It's about someone. You know, I can tell. It's about you. Oh, wow, bitch. Don't even go there. Alright, then. I went and had protected your ass. You didn't protect me. Oh, really? Yeah. Just don't go there. Don't even go there.
I'm sorry, Dawn.
No, she had a good opportunity and she fucking blew it.
To the person that did this, what do you think should happen to them?
They should be put away for the rest of their lives. I mean, they should be tormented, I think.
It's just a scuffed up place. What are you doing, You're trying to hurt someone. I'm using Summer's words. Stop.
Are you upset, Donald, because I said that you were straightening up?
Stop.
So what happened?
This is Summer's words. Stop.
Fine, and I'd have to apologize 10 times. Say, Summer, I'm sorry. I didn't, it killed her if I said anything like that.
Yes, I called DCS not only because the house was filthy. There was rats, foot-long wolf rats and bugs. It got so bad they were all over the damn counters. Candace just stayed on her phone and paid no attention to the kids. Very rarely made dinner and gave them candy, chips for dinner, but would do fast food sometimes too. She was not depressed, just high and lazy. I would say in the past she had short episodes with depression, but not of late. She never bought anything for the kids, although they had money. They would spend money on booze, cigarettes, drugs, fast food, junk food, etc. They still had money in their pockets at all times. They were given clothes for their kids, etc. The kids did have the essentials that they needed, but not the care they needed. They played by the lake and things free on weekends sometimes, which is good because Summer loved the lake but always wanted to go to the movies and do other things, which they wouldn't pay the money for. I had already talked to Candace about me taking her to the movies, and now I won't get the chance to. And Dawn has control issues and said the brat isn't doing anything for a while because she was restricted for a month. They fought about that. Don is as cheap as they come too, all about himself. I've heard him call his daughter a cunt before.
If I said one little word to her, she would just start crying, and I'd have to apologize 10 times to Summer. I'm sorry, I didn't, she would just, it killed her if I said anything like that.
And Candace just sits there and does nothing. Don't be fooled. I had good reasons for calling on them. What kind of man calls their daughter a cunt?
She's got a body from hell, and I didn't even know what kind of black all over her heart. She'll be pregnant. She ain't pregnant right now.
How old is she?
What, 13? How old?
What is she having?
12. When you get addicted to drugs, when you get addicted to drugs, soul to say hi. Say hi.
Hiding in the weeds there, waiting for the shady to come in the basement. But yeah, I mean, we weren't 30 feet, they weren't 30 feet away when she got gone. Well, when there's an abduction, I mean, what else would you call it? Yeah. Disappearing. I don't understand that. So yeah, somebody was either hiding in the weeds there, waiting for the shady to come in the basement. But yeah, I mean, we weren't 30 feet, they weren't 30 feet away when she got gone.
That I put together. The inconsistencies of June 15th, 2021 have always been apparent. We've heard countless interviews, statements, analyzed statements ad nauseum, but underneath a lot of what Dawn and Candace says, there seems to be clues, some obvious and not so obvious. I found this statement particularly interesting, considering how far away Dawn claims that he was, saying that he beat the cops to the hill.
There was nobody there. I was the first one there. And I was thinking, well, we probably ain't been out on property yet or anything, so that's what made me drive down there first. Okay.
Another oddity is when Dawn checks the shed. He says he checks it first because people were already checking the house. I'm assuming he's talking about the children and Candace, even though he claims that no cops were there. But then again, he doesn't remember if he actually checked the shed right then or later.
Okay. No. And then, did you go into that shed?
No.
Is that yours too, by the way, real fast?
Yeah. I did. I don't know if I checked it then or later, but I know I did.
And so what he claims is he doesn't go right up to the house. He doesn't go right up to the house because he figures there's already people up there doing that. And so it's what's important to him is to go check the bottom of the shed. Well, why that shed? I don't know. What's significant about that shed? I don't know, but I wouldn't go check a shed originally. I mean, wouldn't you want to go see what happened? Wouldn't you want to go up into that house and see what happened? And it only gets weirder from here, folks. And I only pulled a few clips. And, we're going to go through this thing. And then at the end, we'll kind of wrap it in a ball. And I have a couple other presentations to show you. And then in the totality, we will finish it with just a compilation of just asinine things that this man has said. Here's a little bit more. Another disturbing clip coming up here. We hear Don, how he claims to know something was always going to happen. Now, this is something that we've talked about before. The summer. He didn't know why. But listen to the last part of it. It is so weird. Or what? But he always knew. And if you listen closely, he also claims that he thinks that Summer knew something was going to happen to her as well.
I was trying to move my family to Utah. I've always knew that something was going to happen to Summer. There's something in my gut. It's always told me, and I've always told Candace, watch her closely. That's my baby. Do not let nothing happen to her. I told her that all the time. I couldn't put my finger on it. I didn't know what it was. I just always had this feeling that something was going to happen to her.
Okay, so as he goes through his little soliloquy of I always knew something was going to happen to her, and it's a statement that we've heard. Didn't catch at the time was this.
I didn't know if she was just going to get accidentally run over. I didn't know what.
I didn't know if she was going to get accidentally run over.
It was.
Did you think she would be kidnapped?
Never.
Never, nothing like that. No, I just knew it was something. I just had this intense love for her. I think she knew something too. I don't know if you believe in guardian angels.
I think she knew something too. I think she knew. What would she know? See, these are the things that I don't understand and that I can't really explain. But why would he say that? What would Summer know? So you knew that something bad was going to happen to Summer. And Summer, you thought Summer knew that something was going to happen to Summer. You didn't know if she was going to get ran over. I mean, remember, that was a theory. That was a theory that Summer got ran over. And because of all the wrongdoings on that hill, they certainly couldn't go to the cops. And we'll cover that here shortly as well. None of that makes sense.
To be traded for dope?
Never in my life. I've never even heard of anything like that before.
Okay.
And we all know that's a lie because he says he's been to drug dens where children were being sold, and why he would be there besides the drugs, I think, is a question that he should have to answer, but he won't. And
everybody else under the bus to keep the focus off of you, Juan. You are a coward. You are a coward. You were so afraid to focus on you. You would go to.
You're the coward.
No,
you're the coward. You're building your channel.
I'm out here
because
I'm out here working for Summer.
No, you're not. You're not working. You're working to build your channel by destroying us.
No, I'm working.
You're a liar.
I am working to get the right people in the prison, and you know who them right people are.
You belong in prison. Belong in prison. You belong in prison because you're a liar.
How somebody gonna come after your daughter when your old grandma was outside watching everything, even when your bitch ass wife was out?
Well, why wasn't you there? You act like you was there. You don't know shit. You're stupid.
I know what
you're a fucking retard.
I can't fucking say shit. Fuck you! Ain't nobody trying to help us.
But I think that the
you know what?
just as much time
I'm
as
on probation, you dumb bitch.
I don't care. And you know what? Why don't you quit calling me a dumb bitch, you ugly
because you're stupid.
No, I'm not stupid. You are. You came out here and ran your mouth. You came out here and ran your mouth a little too much, didn't you, Donald? Oh,
let's get real.
I was crying in that
let's
picture.
Get real.
And then I started driving my Subaru, and I had my daughter dancing around in front of a Ford.
Let's get real.
And I knew when I got home that day that what was intended was carried out.
That's why everybody knows you're
I went right past the police officer.
You're stupid.
My heart
was
fucking
insane.
I knew I was fucking in trouble.
You're fucking insane.
Gail, thank you for gifting.
Bitch.
I couldn't hardly breathe because I fucking did something I shouldn't have done.
Texas lady, thank you for that super chat as well. It's very appreciated. He needs some soap for that mouth. He needs some soap for his ass.
Why did you do it? For drugs or money?
Because you're insane.
When you get addicted to drugs, you will sell your own soul to stay high.
Insane bitch.
You piece of shit.
You know what? You're the piece of shit.
Fucking shit. Had your old lady carry out giving her own fucking
Why can't you be real?
So you could get what, Donald? What could you get out of it?
That's a Don thing. He says that all the time. Be real. Be real. Be real. And then he'll call you the N-word.
I'm going to get a sentence in how big.
And he absolutely did. He was like, be real with me, you dirty N. I was like, good God.
If whether you pay here with the law or not, your fucking ass is going to hell.
With your lies.
You're going to hell, motherfucker.
With your lies,
you're going to hell. God knows the truth. God knows
he does. Guilty of what? Guilty of what?
Because Summer loves me, man. Y'all don't fucking understand. Everybody thinks oh, poor Summer, poor Summer. Well, Summer loves her fucking daddy.
Thanks for watching. Until next time, please keep praying for Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Goodbye for now.